Hi, how's everybody doing today? My name's Loretta, and you're at Mother's Tarot. Today I'm doing a reading on the shadow government using Tarot of the 78 Doors. I watched the press conference, the National Press Club event, June 9th or June 10th. Dr. Stephen Greer hosted it. So I am going to do a reading. This is a 15 card reading. I don't know what the name is of the spread is supposed to be. But what it does is it looks at an alternative future possible for the shadow government. The future as the shadow government is creating it. The past and present of the shadow government. Then we'll be looking at the karma, tools, allies, advice, challenges, and warnings on the shadow government. And then the ultimate outcome for the future that does not change for the shadow government. Oh, I dropped it. So, I've been poking around and looking at players, they're out front on this, supposedly out front. They've been talking about it. Well, like Linda Moulton Howe. She's been boots on the ground. She's an investigative reporter since 1979. And I took a peek over on Coast to Coast channel. I looked at Cana Missing Projects. He fancies himself as a truth teller of news. He didn't mention it. And it does tie in. Because in that report was about human trafficking. Human trafficking. And David Paulides, what his Canem project is about is the investigation that he's done about all these missing people. What was the number? Roderick was tying it. He was the only one that tied it together. Roderick has a channel, What is the Big Secret? And he can be found, if not here on YouTube, over on Forbidden Knowledge. Whoops, where are we supposed to go on this? Okay, this goes here. Over on Forbidden Knowledge is where Roderick is at. Forbidden Knowledge is Billy Carson. Billy Carson has, he's a great supporter of Dr. Stephen Greer. Linda Moulton Howe knows Dr. Greer. She was in the crop circles in the early 90s with him over in Europe. Well, he was one of the people there. Not with him, but he was there. So she's met him, she knows him. Got a peep out of her. So I was pretty disappointed. And I let her know in the comments that I was disappointed. Talking about 0 point energy in order to save all of us. We're looking at a tight window. We're looking at a tight window. Okay, let me go next. I'm shuffling in between each pull of these 15 cards. When I finally understood what was written about in the Bible, this was, let's see, it's been 4 years ago. I told my daughter, who was 45 at the time, and tears, she had to fight tears, and she said, "Mom, stop. You're scaring me." Yeah. So today she's able to talk to me a little bit. I mean, not talk. We're more like her, acknowledging. And then they're in no conversation about it. There's a lot of people having trouble with this. And my daughter told me prior to that her worst fear about this world and where we're going is the Mad Max scenario. You remember Mel Gibson. He starred in that movie. So people, they're going to have serious decisions to make. Because if you don't think that that's not possible, no, I'm just not so sure. I mean, yeah, there's those of us who are more evolved and more enlightened, but it's up to all of us. We are all here on a mission. They've been preparing me since I was 10 years old. Did I know? No, not a clue. Did I know I was going to be doing this video? Nope, not till, well, 2 days ago. I knew I was going to do a video, and I thought, well, today I'd do it because of what's going on around me and time available and all that. And I was going to do it today, and then something else came up, and I thought, okay, well, let me do this, and then, I'll do this tomorrow. Well, no. Universe says, no. We're doing it today. Okay. All right. Here we go. All right. So here I am. Crazy talking as always, I guess, right? I'm used to being called crazy, so it's okay. It saddens me, but nothing I haven't heard before. Plenty. So I've always been an odd duck. And I have a drummer that I march to. And that's the divine realm. So, okay, I got it here. Now I've got my camera portable now. I've got the wire moved so I can bring you along with me as I turn these cards and see what we can see. Shadow government. Okay. Hang on with me. I'll try not to make either one of us seasick over this. Okay. Now, I don't have a big amount of space here. So, okay, we've got these three here, the alternative future possible for the shadow government. And then to the right of there, the future as a shadow government is creating it. Middle, we have, oh, I know, technology. Yeah. Okay, this is the past and present for the shadow government. This down here on the lower left is where we will find karma, tools, allies, advice, challenges, and warnings. And then over here, our last three, there we go, over here, is going to be ultimate outcome, the future that does not change. So we're going to see how this, there it goes. All right. All right. Now let's begin. I try to get myself propped up here. So yeah. Okay. An alternate future possible. A new birth. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, it's possible. We got here. Oh, okay. The Nine of Pentacles. Opening a new door. Yeah. And this first one here, in case you didn't catch it, is the World card. Okay. Third card here is the Five of Pentacles. Now, Pentacles are our values. And they really do need tending to, don't they? You see the medical emblem on the door? Yeah. We're going to have a tough time with this, the older ones. That's how I see that. The young ones. You're going to have to, they've got some work to do. Okay, so anyway, I got this. There you go, right there. An alternative future possible. The future as a shadow government is created. So this would be this here. This one right here. I'm sorry. The Five of Pentacles. So this is the shadow government. Okay, that's who this is. The shadow government right there. You know, they can go through a new door. There's a rebirth for them, big change. You know, promising future. Okay, now I hope this doesn't make it. There we go. I'm gonna try to. Right? Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at this. Oh, now we've got the Two of Swords. The future as a shadow government is creating it. So, what do we have there? The Catholic nun with a baby in the basket. Raining. See the next one. Yeah. The Four of Pentacles. Look at the size of this. The size of what has been created. And the door. It looks difficult. It looks very difficult to make your way through. Oh, yeah, there you are. Knight of Swords. The future that's being created. The shadow government is lurking, watching us as we peer through a doorway that could take us into a better time. Yeah. Okay, let's look at the past and present and see what the cards are going to show us. Hold on there. There we go. Okay. We've got the moon. The lizard hanging on the door, watching. The woman looks like she's full term, ready, just about ready to give birth. And the moon illuminates. We got here the magician right in the middle, manifesting whatever it wants. A queen of swords. You see that? Asleep, knocked out. With spewing out all this. Oh, it's not so bad. Yeah, it's not so bad. Gonna knock you out. So, the past and the present. We can do this. The shadow government, they are not in control. We are. But will we take advantage? Will we? Will we birth a new future? Or are we going to just lay unconscious as they have their way with us? Okay. Here's the karma. Let's see what we got here. Let me get this up here a little bit. There we go. Okay. Karma, tools, allies, advice, challenges, and warnings. Here we go. Look at that. We got the 10 of chalices. Happiness, happiness, happiness. A union, a marriage of love. The 7 of wands. We've got to move it. We have got to move forward. He's removing the obstacle over the door. Big, heavy lift, but he's doing it. Look at that. He can get through it just by moving that much. He can make his way through. The Empress. We're gonna move this door. The people will move. Or if we don't do this, if we don't make this happen, it'll be a celebration for the shadow government. The ultimate outcome, the future. There you are. My old friend, the death card. You see what he's holding in his hand there? An hourglass. Time's ticking. The time is ticking. And time waits for no one. King of chalices. King of cups. The future that does not change. Five chalices. The door is burning. She's trapped inside. You know that we can change things with our energy. But if we don't, this will be the outcome. This is what is being seen right now, today. The shadow government, the people in the shadows, they'll be safe in their underground facilities. And the dumbs, they call them. Whoops, I'm sorry. There we go. Yeah, they'll be celebrating down there. Time waits for no one. I put a lot of videos in my on my page, in my community page, that will help bring everyone up to speed. Okay. A little bit of a dark reading. Yeah, a little bit. Are we going to let the house burn? Are we going to let the doorway burn? Are we going to I've written my representatives twice, and not just 4 of them. It was like 8 of them, and the president, about the National Press Club event, Dr. Stephen Greer, Disclosure 2.0. And I have added unacknowledged, a link in my community page for that. There are others that talked about it anyway, and I put their links on my community page. Dr. Greer sees a 3-week, from what he has been talking, the people that he has talked to, there's a 3-year window before it's at the point of no return. Mad Max coming down the line. 0 point energy. We obtained this information and the knowledge from the extraterrestrials. We've got to do this for our children, for our children's children, and all the generations to come. I have 4 right now. Me, my children, grandchildren, and I've got 2 great-grandchildren. And at one point in time, 6 years ago, there was 5 generations of us. I'm the oldest of 7. I know how difficult it is to communicate with people that just don't see far behind their nose. I also have about 100 first cousins alone in the county that I live in. I have tried to communicate. I sent out one of my little crazy letters a couple years ago. And I picked an aunt, and I think I sent them all out to every one of my siblings. But they just put it in the cray box with their oldest sister. So said, this is a mission that I've been sent on. Nothing else explains this, I'm not one of your highly educated people. The universe has put me in positions where, what was I? So I was about 45. And I was literally, a microphone was put in my hand, and I am speaking to a room, 50 plus people. And it was in an event, it was political, it was under HUD. Kumo was in charge of HUD then, and he spoke at that meeting. It was a steering group or a steering committee meeting. I'm a girl straight out of what I have dubbed my childhood. I christened it that time as Dingleberry Land, and nothing there prepared me to experience what I have in my lifetime. But it has held me up. It has held me up. So anyway, I know this is kind of probably strange, but this is real personal for me. And so this is about as political as I'm going to get. And I will be back, and we'll read on the shadow government again and see where we are going and where we are headed. Remember to breathe. Godspeed, May. The archangels, the Lord, they're with us. Reach out. Pray. We need all the prayers we can get. Until the next video, I love you. Thank you for being here. I'll see you soon.